But we were talking about the best offenses. And, at this time of the year, it's a slow time in sports, but, well, that's not super slow. You got soccer, you got baseball. It's like a lot of stuff is gone. Basketball, football hasn't started yet. You got hockey, they're over with till they start their season up, and it slows down a little. So you get a lot of these lists coming out. And earlier we were talking about the Commanders, and I was saying who is your competition? You want your competition to be the better part of the league, not the bad part. And I think the aspirations are to get there like it used to be. I believe Adam Peters and Dan Quinn and all, they're building something in this present time that is going to be something you still can understand and see and feel 15, 20 years down the road. I would always tell people in the previous ownership, every time a coach came here, he completely changed up the mindset. In that case, you never have anything steady. So I looked at teams like the Ravens and the Steelers. And Steelers had 3 damn coaches in the history of their whole franchise. So that says a lot about how they're patient with their people. The Ravens basically seem the same. You're looking at what Andy Reid did in Philly. He did the same type of stuff. So you always have somebody coming along. We'll build for a 3-4 here, and in 2 years that coach was gone, and then another coach coming, he got to build for 4-3. He gone in 2 years, then another coach come, he gonna go back to So all you did was never get to where you were gonna go, and you never have long, sustained success. What they're trying to do now is get us into a better situation. But they inherited some stuff. And as I talk about this roster, the rosters in the league, this all came from what happened last year on a lot of football teams. So I'm going to get to it, go through the list, and then I'm going to get to the Commanders. I'm going to read a lot of what they said. The number 10 worst team in the league, which means they're sitting at 22 probably, 23, are the Los Angeles Raiders. Okay? The extremes of the Las Vegas Raiders will make them a fun team to watch in 2024. Whether it's Aiden O'Connell or Gardner Minshew on the center. So they went away from quarterbacks and went and got some stuff that's, look, we're going to find out. I think they have a coach there who's not going to put up with the BS very long, though. Number 9, the New Orleans Saints. All right? Saints not a very good team. This is the one that kind of kills me, though. We talk so much about this team and how great the quarterback is. They got them as like the 8th worst team in the league, the Los Angeles Chargers. You got Justin Herbert there.
Yeah,
I believe that roster will change quickly and drastically. First of all, they've already changed. They got rid of most of their receivers. They are going to go to more of a run-first type of organization.
You can bet your life on that.
And then we'll see how long Justin Herbert and Harbaugh can get along. That dude's he's weird and he's tough.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got Tennessee Titans at 7. I'm going to skip over the team at 6. I'll come back to that team. Carolina Panthers, 5th. So that means the Carolina Panthers are 32, 1, 30, 29, 20. They're the 28th best team in the league. So they're the 5th worst. Number 4, the Arizona Cardinals. 3, Denver Broncos. 2, New York Giants. I hope they play like that this year, too, because they can be awful and they still beat us. And number 1 is the New England Patriots. That team I've skipped over is your Commanders, your Washington Commanders. They're the 6th. They say they have the 6th worst roster in the league. Okay? And I'm going to read a little bit of this stuff because this is what you do. You find out what people think about you. You start looking inside yourself, and then you can go correct things. They say, regardless of how the case is presented, the 2023 Washington Commanders undeniably were bad. ranking 31st in team DVOA, 32nd in points and yards allowed, 28th in scoring. Their offense couldn't function, and their defense stopped no one. It's easy to see why they finished the season with 8 straight losses. A new coaching regime should help, and a large batch of rookies added depth across the roster lacking impact starters and reliable role players. An offensive identity carved around rookie Jaden Daniels will help augment what was a woeful run game and maximize the explosive receivers like Terry McLaurin and Jahan Dotson. And I told you yesterday, Jahan Dotson, one of the guys that intrigued the coaches this offseason. The Commanders' offensive line still has a few question marks at the tackle spots, but Daniels will reduce the astounding sack rates Sam Howell produced in 2023. You talked about that a little bit yesterday. Like, people want to blame the offensive line. A lot of it was his fault, too. The defense definitely lacks individual edge rushing talent and playmaking, but the foundation up the middle is improved. Veterans Dorrance Armstrong, Frankie Louvu, and Bobby Wagner bring consistency and respectability on a down-by-down basis, raising the floor from horrible to competent. The passing defense still has ways to go, and young cornerbacks Benjamin St-Juste, Emmanuel Forbes Jr., and Mike Sainristil will ultimately determine whether the unit can produce enough turnovers to overcome its talent deficiency. All right. What did I read that was different that you don't agree with?
No, it's all solid.
How did they change it?
There were no reaches, just by solid execution.
Yeah.
It's not they don't have to run quarterback throwback specials. They just got to be sound. Even if they punt, we've got the best in the league. Let's cover it the right way.
Yeah.
And play old-fashioned, boring football to where we win the field position battles.
But like the only thing I don't like about a lot of these things, like when you're looking at this team and there's so much positivity around it, and so many good things are happening. This is all about what happened last year.
That's
and
no longer
if
exists.
you go by the 10 worst rosters, they're talking about what happened last. They basically have changed this damn roster
completely.
They've signed over 30-something, 40 people. So it's not the same roster that you had last year.
We got a makeover.
But you have to hear it. But I like reading these things because it can show you how quick you can get away from that.
Complete makeover.
Yeah. I mean, you look at the offensive line, left tackle that was there, gone. Center, gone. Left guard, gone. So that's 3 new people.
And you can't be worse.
A new quarterback.
It can't be worse.
Okay. You got new tight ends in here. So your offensive is different than it was last year right there. Flip it over to the defense side. You got 2 new people rushing. You got a middle linebacker now.
It can't be worse.
You can believe in. You have a new cornerback who's I can't wait to see him in a uniform playing.
And you can't be worse.
When you watch that kid, Sainristil.
Oh, dog.
Listen, Nick Saban has seen a lot of football players. He said he was the best football player in the draft. Watch him play. The dude make play after play after play. I think he's going to make them better. But a secondary is only as good as your pass rush. A secondary is only as good as what you have up front. I still believe that we got to get more from the interior, which will open up stuff for the outside guys. And
just for
John and Deron has shown they're capable of doing it.
Yeah, just breaking code. One of those two has got to demand a double team.
That's what I'm saying. Hell, both of them should.
Well, at least one.
Yeah.
Because now,
if you don't get double teamed, like I've said, the way that if you want to find anybody out there, we like to talk about who's so great. Watch them play. If they're not getting double teamed, they're not great.
Anybody scared of them.
That's what I'm saying. That's how you figure that out. You know, when you got defensive linemen and stuff that are coming, you find out how people view them. A lot of times we view our people differently than what other people view them.
Almost all the time.
Yeah. And I'm just saying, like, listen, when we were being offensive meeting rooms and we're game planning for people, Brian Urlacher, everybody, I said, man, Andy didn't like running the ball. But Andy he wanted to run straight at Urlacher. because he knew if he run away from him, he chase everything down.
That's right.
You run at him, he could not take on the power
Most
at that
great
position.
players, that's their
You know?
nemesis.
Yeah. So it's just like I feel automatically I don't see Washington where they were last year.
But you're explaining things that are basic. Why couldn't the staff figure that out last year?
I
And
don't
the
think
fa-
they were necessarily worried about much of trying to do a lot of stuff. They were trying to spread themselves too thin, trying to become more instead of just making your team better.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know, I think that happened with that situation, and it was a lot at the top. So he you was too busy doing everything but making the team better.
yeah.
So
This
I'm expecting this team to be instantly top 15, and that's not asking a lot.
and that's not taking a leap.
Yeah.
That's not going out of the realm, and they don't have to do a lot of trick plays to get there. Just by being sound and playing with energy and not turning it over and winning in the kicking game, being back elite on special teams, winning the field position battle, flipping fields, just getting off on third down, not giving up big plays, getting gashed, having blown assignments. Somebody's going to beat you one-on-one in this league.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
okay.
It happens.
But not having gaffes, people weren't running wide open. And it's
That
just
was
all
horrible.
the ridiculous things. The mismanagement. This is like being owning a corner store and leaving your door unlocked at night, or not leaving the porch light on in the alley.
And
They
wondering
just
why
did
wondering why somebody
fundamentally
stole your stuff.
dumb things over and over and over again. And really, I get nauseous just thinking about it.
I ask you this question, Doc. I know you've seen a lot of football. No, this is truthful. What is the of all the things that needs to improve, what's the one improvement you think can make this team better quicker?
Just everybody buying into the fact that it cannot be done alone. You know, sometimes you get so hyped up on having all these super players, you forget that the best play is done when everybody just does their job.
Mhm.
I don't need you to break a tackle or run through three guys. If I block properly and give you a chance, that's all I need. You need.
Mhm.
Ain't no one dude gonna get you.
Yeah.
That we know. But I can't let some guy go unblocked and get you on the backside. That's what I mean. Give you a chance. That's all we need to do. That's how we thought with Mike, with
Mhm.
Nelmsy. We just give him a chance.
Mhm.
We win. That's the kind of commitment you got to make as a teammate. I never feel these guys. There's always somebody free runner,
Mhm.
somebody blows assignment, somebody does something that stacks the cards against us. And it's never all about winning. It's all about everything other than the final score. I ain't worried about the pregame, the promotion. I don't give a rat's. All I want to do is win the game.
Mhm.
And I think this group is geared towards that. That's why I'm excited about it. Just seeing them come out with one goal, and that is to outscore the opponent.
I think the mindset with Witt
Oh God,
and
love it.
Quinn
Yes.
is basically we're gonna hit everything moving.
Everything. Yeah.
I think when you flip it to that other side, they want to be efficient, but if you give them a big play, they want to take it.
Yeah.
But I didn't see enough of like, I don't want to let you down. To where I saw a lot of freelancing, and when you freelance, you open up holes.
That's right.
If you have a mindset or your whole thing is, I'm not letting my dog down,
That's it.
just a little bit of that right there, I think makes it seem a lot better.
Trey
'Cause
Johnson, one of my favorite guys watching. Didn't get to play with him, just loved covering the
that?
game. Yeah, Trey Johnson.
Big Trey, oh yeah, yeah.
Man, come on, man. Your
Mhm.
personal Dean, I mean, Big Dean, there's so many personalities from the past that this current group would have overlooked because they not in the blue collar. All they interested in is headline people.
Mhm.
You know, and that's why they never won.
Mhm.
Because they never really bought into team. They don't even understand team. They act more like these young people online, like social media.
Mhm.
It's like, and it's not a group event, it's a single solo act. And that's just not, I just don't get that. But thank God those days are over. And this right now is just exciting to look forward to. Does it guarantee they win? Nope. They turn the ball over. It ain't going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But if they are smart with the football and do the right things, it's got a chance because we open up with Tampa, who I hope they don't overlook. I hope our fan base doesn't realize.
We shouldn't overlook them. They were
You
in the
bet
playoffs
not.
last year,
That's
weren't
my
they?
point. But, our people, if it ain't Philly or Dallas.
Nah, but you got to listen. You want to beat everybody.
You're right.
You can try to get up a little more for those games, but you want to beat everybody.
Yeah, it's
That's the
important.
mindset. Because let's be real. If you don't get to a certain level when you're playing other teams,
Yeah,
you can't get all the way where you need to do when you're playing a team that you really hate.
Yeah.
So you got to play here. Like, this is the line. I got the little string. This is the line right here, the average line.
Right.
You got to play above average all the time. And when you get to the teams you hate, you want to be damn near bursting out the damn ceiling.
And look what you're doing. How would you feel over there? They got trucks, cranes. They're redoing, rebuilding. They are building on. In other words, it ain't lip service.
Oh, yeah. No.
You may not know where you're going to be, new stadium or that, but where you are now,
That what you're saying,
that to me is
makes
everything.
a world of difference. Let me hit you with this.
Okay.
Every time I saw ownership putting money into something, it made me feel like they cared about what we were doing.
Exactly.
I would say, and I don't know if any player would ever admit it, they had to feel like they were second class because nothing ever was put into that place before.
Nothing.
And when they talk to their friends or their friends came to visit, their friend has to say, man, y'all stuff is garbage.
The college people from the SEC had to come in and go.
You behind the times.
They didn't even realize
it. had to be.
And
now you see the investment that they're putting in, you have to feel good. And I would be like, hey, he taking care of us, and we're going to take care of him.
They can't even go in the building now because they said, no, y'all got to go somewhere else because we redoing this. That turf field was there forever. I look over there. Remember when they had them office? They thought they were so proud of themselves when they rented suites in Tyson's, called it Red Zone or whatever they had. Nobody gives a rat's manure about what your corporate side does.
They want to know what the football team
exactly.
is doing. That's all that matters.
You nitwits, you got a backdated program. You got junior high weight room, but yet you worried about executive offices for your. That's what I knew. They were clueless. And then the Ravens down the road, state of the art.
Yeah.
Everything state of the art. Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
And, thank God our wait staff is elite because they gave Tonka toy equipment. No, really, the whole thing has been a clown show. And thank goodness we're out of that. And I love to see now that this new group, it's the construction workers everywhere trying to get it done to give you the best chance